Hello, everybody, and welcome back to everyone's favorite time of the week, their Friday tea time. I'm Teddy Costa, and here with me, as always, is
I am Tyler Trudeau. Happy to be here. We are back for another Friday, recording on a Wednesday, as always, everyone's favorite Friday, Wednesday show. So just a reminder, when I say this, the Sox are back, baby. Like I
Sox are
was
so
so
bad.
I was so ready to not wear this shirt, but I had my New Jersey Ocean City on because New Jersey, the home of the Titans. Let's go, back-to-back champs, baby. It's coming. It's coming. But I got my Sox Hawaiian shirt on. I got my Sox water glass right here from the souvenir. It tastes like we are back after losing
Sox are
two
so
games
bad.
to the Angels. I'm
I
dying on
went
the
with
inside.
the
I am dying on
Bruins.
the
That way, I can't
inside. I
ruin
like
their
what you're doing.
season yet. You got to do what you got to do. Ty, I have a series of questions for you. Do
Okay,
you hear it? Can you feel it?
hit me. Hear
Do
what?
you
Feel
do
what?
you smell it? We have a new
Oh god, that
season
was a lot worse.
of Major League Quadball right around the corner. And I don't know about you, but I couldn't be more excited.
I am so excited for this season to start, Teddy. We got some good, interesting storylines coming up for the first week. I'm really excited for it.
Yes, absolutely. With all that excitement, we have a great show lined up for today. With it being week one, I don't think there's any need for receipts. I think we've addressed all that in our nice warm-up preseason.
I wish we could say that, Teddy, but I was just scrolling on Facebook today, something I don't do too much anymore. And I gave someone who was in charge of Chicago Prowls Instagram or social media earlier in the year. I am now needing to give a receipt to whoever's in charge of Washington's, which I'm assuming is the same person because everything they post is terrible. And oh my goodness, you know what? How dare you insult Justin Cole? I know I've been coming at Chicago hard, but if you insult my baby boy Justin Cole one more time, oh my goodness, there is going to be he double hockey sticks to pay everyone. That's I got for receipts, Teddy. That's
I
all
love
I got. We
that,
got to hold
Ty.
the league accountable too. Gosh darn it.
Now that we're both in our 30s, we're just like the angry boomer grandparents of the league. And that's, you know what? That's what you get.
Or the old Muppets in the
Yeah, Statler and
yeah.
Waldorf type of thing. I love it. We'll do our regular 10-minute clock this week. We'll have our timeouts back as necessary, but I do not think we'll need them this week. We'll see how it goes. And we have an old classic back on the segment rundown. We're going to do grill time, starting with MLQ champ John Jackson, and then we will get into our series previews ahead of week one. You good?
I the audio cut out again. We're 2 for 2 on this happening. Can you give me the
Two
rundown one
solos.
more time?
Good
I
thing
need
we
to know
haven't.
when I'm introducing grill time.
Perfect. Good thing we haven't started the clock yet. We're starting with grill time, old favorite segment, and we're gonna put 10 minutes on the clock, and it's gonna
All
be
right.
starting
Just put 10 minutes on the clock and lead me the way, Teddy, as you always do.
starting right now.
All right, so grill time. We are thrilled to bring back a favorite segment and a favorite of the league to join us for week one is John Jackson. John, we are thrilled to have you here purely as an analyst because you're not making it out to the series this weekend. So we are thrilled to have you on the show. For those who haven't been here before, Grill Time is a very fun segment where Teddy is going to fire off some questions while I am tentatively looking at the clock, having 1 minute ready to go. And we care about the clock on this situation. So Teddy is going to ask those questions, and I am going to make sure we hold to it. So once that happens, John, after 1 minute, you are out of here. We are thrilled to see you. Anything before I get started, Ted?
Nope.
Away we go. 1 minute.
Hey, John, how's it going?
It's going well. Glad to be here.
Nice. Describe the feeling of being an MLQ champion.
Yeah, it feels great, but the shelf life of that feeling is 9 months. So we're on to the next one now.
Nice. What do you do to get ready for a new season?
Well, there's not really much of an off season, so you just gotta stay healthy, try to be on the same page as your new teammates, and do what you can.
Love it. What do you do to stay motivated?
Personally, I like to use the bad takes on tea time with Tyler and Teddy to keep myself motivated, but everyone has their own method. So
Nice. What or who stands in most in the way of back-to-back titles for you?
I'm gonna go with Daniel Williams. I don't know if that's a what or a who, because as far as I can tell, he's just an animal. But yeah, he's playing great.
All right. What does the squad need to do to beat Washington this weekend?
Just stick to our game plan.
Stop it! No, retract that from the record. Maybe that means that Washington's going to pull off an upset. I don't think so, but we are out of time. John, thank you so much for joining us on our first grill time of season 2. Thrilled to have you. Best of luck watching the game on the stream. Hopefully it doesn't overheat to start the game.
Yeah, thanks, John.
Thanks, guys.
All right. That was grill time. We will do that every once in a while. You can count on that, and hopefully we get a lot more of them this season. So stick around as we do those. Ty, that was actually a pretty good segue into our series previews. Do you want to start with New York and Washington?
I mean, we might as well. We just had John on the show, so why don't we start with them? Washington is a combined 1-14 against the Titans since 2019. So I don't really think we got much to talk about in this segment. I think Brian has his work cut out for himself. I am very excited to see what players on the Admirals step up, if there are any at all. Because to be quite frank, I think it's going to be an ugly series. And I think that New Jersey is bringing it back this year for the Titans. I think it's going to be an easy 3-0 to start because, nothing says the start of the MLQ season like the Titans sweeping the Washington Admirals.
Ty, it's funny that you mentioned that because, yeah, that's how I feel about this too, more or less. I mean, maybe a little bit of a different take, but it's interesting. This has become kind of an opening weekend tradition. We get to see the champs opening up, at home this time. I honestly have a hard time seeing it going differently than it usually does. I just don't think Washington has the beaters to play with New York. And that's really where the game starts and ends in all 3 phases, especially for that squad. I think if New York stays away from Brian Mulcahy, then they'll string together more than enough goals to win. I think if they can take away either him or Riley Stars when they're on defense, then they'll win by a lot. I think Washington's only chance really is to do everything they can to make this like the grossest, ugliest, slowest, messiest series that they can do. And I think their best chance to do that is going to be game 1. If they can't hang on to control and weaponize it to string together stops, I think this will be a banner day for the reigning champs, and that is pun intended. So I'm sorry. I got 3-0 for New York as well.
3-0, right there with you.
All right, let's head up north. Cleveland is hosting Toronto. What do you got in that one, Ty?
Don't have much to say about Toronto right now. Just I would love to see Cleveland win. I truly would. I want Rose to be happy. I want our producer to just be the happiest she can be. But at the end of the day, I truly think that Toronto is still a better team than Cleveland right now. I got them going 3-0.
I see why you might think that, but this might be a more interesting series than people think. Maybe. Toronto's returning, from what I can tell, a lot of their beater core, which, as we talked about the last couple seasons, really drives their teams. They look very different with and without control. But we did see a pretty big dip in Toronto's output last season offensively, even when they had dodgeball control. In 2023, they scored on 49% of their drives with control, and in 2024, they only scored on 36% of them. The question that I have and that revolves around this series is that a big enough decline to keep this series close? I like what I saw coaching-wise from Jack Mosley during the USQ season. I liked him unloading that mark defense that really stumped some pretty good college teams, including a nice win over Brown. But I'm not sure that Cleveland has enough horses to pull off executing that, especially in the dodgeball game. So I'm not sure that a Toronto decline or home field advantage or even decent coaching is going to be enough to turn even one game in Cleveland's favor. So best of luck, Rose. I have a 3-0 sweep for Toronto in this one. Cleveland, go prove us wrong.
And that means we got our series of the week to finish this off, I believe, Teddy. We have Houston
H-Town
versus Kansas City. I think this is going to be an extremely interesting matchup this weekend. I think this is the battle for who is going to take second place. And I don't really want to harp too much on the state that Austin is in right now. It is not good. We'll have plenty of time to insult them and give them that John Jackson motivated, branded, and TM'd motivation. Thank you, John. But I truly think that this is the battle for second place, and it's going to be very interesting where a lot of these key players are no longer on the teams that were on the team last year. So I'm really interested to see what players are going to step up. Houston lost their best scoring option and their best beating option. It seems like Kansas City lost a good beating option and their best scoring option, but Brian McClanahan is still on Kansas City. So I'm going to give them the edge. I love what Lauren Smith does. I think she has a good unit and a good coaching method, and I'm really excited to see Kansas City win. I got them going 2-1, but it could honestly go either way. I would like to see who's going to step up in this series.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, we're very fortunate, Ty, as like, a cheesy sports media show that the series of the week is starting off with some lingering beef between Houston and Kansas City, right? Like both teams should play with something to prove. Houston obviously watching their season slip away at the hands of this Stampede squad last year. And then the returners from Kansas City are probably looking to go on the road and make a statement that they can continue to step forward and try to be a contender in this division, in this league. Now compared to last season, you have the best home field advantage in sports is not going to be on Kansas City's side. But working against League City is literally everything else. They're missing 86 goals from last season's roster, but even more devastating than that, they're losing 257 drives played by Baldy Nunez. So before you go saying like Kansas City's missing a chunk of their scoring too, what they're not missing as badly, and you touched on it, is their beaters. Like Lauren Curry is still world class, holding down the back of that defense, and I really expect will be one of the best beaters, if not the best beater on the pitch this weekend. So just makes it tough sledding for a Houston squad that will likely still be trying to find its identity here in the early part of the season. So I got 3 sweeps. I think you had 3. No, you didn't. You have 2-1.
I went 2-1. I went 2-1.
3-0 for the Road Warriors in Kansas City. We'll see how it shakes out. And Ty, we already made it. Boom.
Time. Let's call it there. With time to spare. Easy. I mean,
the kids are back. The kids are back. We used the preseason to hash out, get some things tried out, and we're back in midseason form, baby.
I'm feeling good. I mean, I would love to mention right now that this is the last free tea time right now. So we want this to be the show of the people. But MLQ's got to pay the bills some way. Ethan's dentistry only goes so far. So we are here to help pay the bills, keep the lights on for MLQ. So smash that subscribe button. Absolutely demolish it like the Titans are going to do to Washington this weekend. And we are thrilled to be back for another season of MLQ. 10 years. Very exciting. Teddy, anything else?
No. I guess if you asked me 10 years ago if I would be recording this show with some guy I just met, I would have said, oh, that's weird. I thought I'd still be playing. But, Father Time's undefeated. And so are we. So smash that subscribe button. Make sure you tune in to Tea Time. That's all I got.
Hey, everyone. That's the tea because Tyler Teddy said so. Have a good one.